Anyway, y'all, I'm trying to continue where I left off with this spiritual judicial system. It get to the end, it get to the point where it's like, let's say you do got somebody that love you, and these people done committed the hideous crime. My whole community was against me. These people done committed these hideous crimes, and of course some of them loved ones, or was loved ones. But some people you probably didn't even know they were supposed to be lovers and didn't even come. So what it is, they trying to get out of the situation. What they help, achieve. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you in the judicial spiritual court. You are. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to show the whole world how this work, bro. You come in the world by yourself, you leave out by yourself. So you are. You in the spiritual judicial court. Now, the problem is you on planet Earth, and you on planet Earth, and you think you got friends and stuff you want to look out for. Now they want to love you. But see, in my case, I've been done in by lovers my whole life, so I know better. I know better. You know what I'm saying? So, let's say everything finally get to the very end, cause they done ciphered all this stuff, and somehow, believe it or not, all the way from elementary up, it tied into your life. Believe it or not, everything that I ever went through in my whole life, something was tied in. Like, most of my issues resonated from a family member or 2 or 3 family members in my whole life. And then that's when you get scared. That's when you realize, oh my God, Satan, the devil is real. That's when you realize the devil is real. If you always been a person, you've always prayed and believed in God, but you always, I don't know, it's a word for it. You believe, but you don't believe. You get what I'm saying? You get to this point in your life where you ain't got no choice but to believe. And hopefully that won't be when you're in that judicial spiritual court. Because then by then, hell, it could be almost too late. So anyway, you realize these people been attacking you, and they had to been sources from the devil. Then you realize every human being on this earth has a spiritual purpose from God to them to do here. That's the whole reason you even on earth in the first place. And my enemy, my friends and community, everybody join my enemy side. I mean, I get it, unless this is a movie. If it's a movie, then, But it ain't no movie over there on the spiritual side. It look like torture from hell to somebody, and everybody guilty for it. And whoever played along with it guilty. But anyway, so it get to the thing. So it's like a filter, bro. It's like a filter from when you born to the time you in elementary school, or probably when you born. It's like a filter. It's like a tube of filter that squeeze down and squeeze you out. Yeah. All right. All right. So you filtering it out. You filtering it out, and it's like when it finally filter out to the very end, you get to see these 1 to 2 to 3 people that was torturing you to death, but you can't say nothing about it because you realize right then and there Satan was involved and God. It was like they was trying to show you something. Yep. Because who else gonna put their energy in torturing? Out of everything we can do on earth, who the hell gonna put their energy in torturing one person? And I really truly believe that this is for everybody on earth, like to find their purpose. It ain't even they torturing you; it's they trying to lead you to your purpose. It ain't even about them torturing you at all. It's just that you're going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, these spiritual, they get to the point where these spiritual, okay, they say it's lovers that got involved in it, and they did some crooked stuff too, really crooked. Probably made money off of it, and they want you to slick. They ain't came to you apologize. They ain't did nothing like a woman or a man, depending on what you are. They ain't did nothing like a woman or a man to apologize to you or nothing. Or nothing. None of that. So, they want you to call out to them. You know, you be like, you did all this evil, help put all this evil, made money out. They probably didn't do no evil to you. They probably made money off of you though. And you want me to, I'm still being tortured alive, and you want me to reach out to you? Are you serious? So you mean to tell me you can go to all these hoods, you can go to all these psychopaths, you can go to all these evil people, and that's plotting on me, and talk to them, probably even have sex with them, but you can't even come to the person that you want to be your lover? That's me looking at it like that. But let's get back to the science of it. So you get to this point, and your whole life you've been letting people off for doing this. That kind of thing right there. You've been letting people off for doing this. Your whole life you've been letting people off for doing this. And you've been letting people off for doing this your whole life. So what you do is, what it does is it filters down. For me, it filters down to these people. I don't know this, y'all. I'm just saying that's how I feel. Ain't nobody came to me and said nothing, but that's just how I feel. But so I get to this point, you gotta make a choice. I'm trying to show y'all the judicial spiritual, how it's working so far, how it's working. It's like you get to this point where these people want to get off this stuff, and they need somebody to bail them out, because they wasn't real in the beginning. They wasn't real goons in the beginning. They can get out here and kill. They can get out here and kill folks. They can get out and do all this evil. But when it's time to do when it's time to pay the piper for it, when it's time to die or go to prison or jail, they fold like a beach chair. And now they want the person that they've been torturing the whole time to get them out of it. That makes no sense. But anyway, it do to some, because some probably do it. Because a lot of people are desperate for love. A lot of people desperate for love. And so what happened is, here's the thing though. See, I'm already in that seat over there. Or I already done been, whatever. So I'm at the end of the road on this journey. And here's the thing, if I let them off, you get what I'm saying? If you let them off, you'll be just as guilty. They committed a serious crime, and it cost a lot of people lives. Whether it cost them in death, cost them losing their security, going to prison, whatever. It cost a lot of people their lives. It costs opportunity, like you steal patents and ideas and stuff from people and stuff like that. You steal jobs from people. You know what I'm saying? So what did you do? You probably patented it, then sold it to another company so they can produce it. You didn't create no job then. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that for example. I mean, it could go That ain't no bad thing. I'm just saying, at the moment right now, my people need jobs, good jobs. So, and we need revenue. We need to be hooked up to the pipeline, but we must create the pipeline first. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing to create, so don't nobody want to hook up to our pipeline at the moment because we sacrificing folks for a living. That is our revenue. See what I'm saying? And that's why we the lowest on the totem pole. One of the reasons, probably many reasons, but that's one of them. I'm glad I rest today. God been telling me to rest, but I've been letting people pull on my energy with fake promises, fake this, fake that. I don't know if that fake, y'all. It could be some of it could be real, but at the moment, I'm gonna have to say fake because I ain't heard from nobody. I've been getting people send me people to try to sabotage me, but that's it though. But so it's like even if I did care for the person, I can't. Being in the chair that I'm in at the moment, I can't. It ain't gonna happen. I'd be just as guilty as y'all. And if I did do that, nobody would probably own up to their crimes. So it'll be like all this was for nothing. It's just gonna have to take a new change. One thing I noticed about myself though, I always had to do things by myself. Like right now, my blood high, my allergies through the roof. Ain't nothing wrong with me though. Jesus came here last night. I think Jesus, I ain't gonna say Jesus did it, but God been telling me in my spirit to rest and quit letting these people pull on my energy, social media and stuff. But I've been just going and going, but I was spiritually drained, tired, just tired. And the false promise, I don't know if they false promises or not, but at the moment it's hurting to float. And I work for God. I don't work for y'all. I work for God. Y'all probably got me on the contracts out there, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got no money coming in. Ain't nothing coming into me. I literally do work for God though, and my strength got to be up. So I got this Arabian, and it's this rap. I think I don't know for sure. Don't take this to the bank, but this is Israeli, Arabian. But they tired though. These individuals that I utilize the most, let's just say that, inside me, everybody tired, bro. Fatigued, tired. But they ain't tired. The float tired, the vessel tired. Cause I've been going and going and going, and the reason why y'all keep pulling on me is because somebody keep getting the damn money, and they keep getting pulled for it, and they want me to do all the work. I ain't finna. Whoever you are out there, you might well get ready to figure out how to shut it down, cause this ain't gonna keep going. But anyway, yeah, you trying to kill something that God need to use at the moment. So you just screwed. We all screwed. But God told me to rest 3 days ago, 3 days in a row actually. And you know that even though I rest, even the angels, the people gonna be still telling me to do stuff. That basically means just ignore it, get some rest for now. So it's the proper way of descending. It ain't no slope. It's a proper way to descend. And us saying, see, if we didn't have these drugs and stuff, we wouldn't. Like drugs is slow. Sleeping would be descending. See what I'm saying? It's that serious. It's that serious, that powerful, and that narrow, y'all. But I ain't sick of that. I think Jesus came in here and put me in a situation where I had to rest. And so when they swell these things or whatever, the tonsils or whatever they call them, that normally put me down. And I've been like that my whole life. If I go too much, it go too hard, the swell up, I'll be out. I know. I can probably be walking around and stuff. I'll be like zombie like I am now. I ain't got no energy to do nothing. Ain't no entertainment energy, period. Ain't no motivation, period. None of that. That's why I think he probably, big brother Jesus probably came in and said, bro, you gotta go. You gotta rest. Because it was like he came and examined the vessel, and he seen that I was fatigued, tired, and they were just dragging me. And No matter if they was lovers or not. I don't even know if I got no family and friends out there to be real with y'all, but I'm gonna say that just to keep from being disrespectful and sounding irate. But they were just pulling on my energy, bro. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I probably been going strong for 5 years without a break. Yeah, you used to say back uh, in the beginning of that I was on drugs, but it counts because I had to get off the drugs. That keep you tired, but I didn't rest. Even though I was getting off the drug, I had to go through withdrawals, but I didn't rest. Even though I was withdrawing out the drug, I was still working. I was still going hard. So I worked all the way through them problems, and then continued on working um, through health issues. Then continued on working through health soberness, through healthiness, and to sound minded all the way up to the date. I need to write this date down. This the first day I truly said, you know what, I'm resting. I ain't been able to watch TV, and when I did try to rest, somebody got a wiretap on my computer that cut it off. But I think that's a good thing because, uh, I was getting on social media too much, watching tarot too much. So I think that was pretty straight. Somebody probably looking out. But they wasn't looking out because I think the person who got the computer tab is one of the people that's eating off me. And so when I try to rest, they put me in a situation where I can't rest. And like, my brother came by here wanting to smoke. Somebody told him that because he ain't been speaking to me or nothing. So, I didn't even want to snap because it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? It wasn't worth it. Because it's like that all the time. That's why I say I elevate, but I won't get out of this. I think that's one of them boring situations everybody keep talking about. And I'm with my bro. I'm probably with my boy Elo on this one. If I ain't mistaken, I need to start watching it and see what's going on. Because I didn't even know they were talking about boring stuff. I knew the ancestors were talking about it, but hell, I thought they were talking about what we had going on because we got like a boring issue. I thought that's what they were talking about. I didn't know it was a worldwide thing or American thing, government thing. So I need to look into that. But I'm glad I'm taking my time looking into it though, 'cause I probably would have messed up something. Putting in my input, 'cause I don't know nothing about it. I thought they were talking about some foreign born shit, the shit that we got going on around here. I didn't know it had nothing to do with America or whatever. But anyway, I ain't been getting no rest, none of that. And that's like my blood high. My blood got high. My blood's supposed to get. That's one of the way they gotta take you out in these situations. They keep cooking the same stuff around you, which is high blood pressure food. They only bring high blood pressure food around you. It's all high blood pressure. I just don't eat it though, so I don't know why my blood's still high. It could be this medicine I be taking sometimes, but I'm gonna have to switch up my medicine. Not spend some money though. But and the medicine I take is basically for allergies, sinuses, to help you drain. But hell, it ain't working. It just probably make my blood high, but because I don't eat the food enough for my blood to be high. Unless it was the sun, I ain't wrapping up my crest chakra or whatever. When I go outside, it could be radiation from the sun, so I'm not gonna blame that on nobody. Outside of the fact that Jesus probably just put me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get some rest. I'm still tired. I'm able to do this, but I'm tired as hell. If anything, if it ain't none of that, it's the fact that my neck on a nerve and it got my blood running up. Cause sometimes I got the tendency of having a lot of pain and not noticing that I'm in pain, and I catch my blood will go up, and I catch headaches and migraine. But I ain't got no headache or no migraine. But I know my blood up high, real high. So I guess that's that. And at the end of the day, still God forces you to rest, though. You know what I'm saying? I would go out there and help my pop with that wheel, but that ain't gonna work right now. He on his own. Sometimes he be doing shit too, you know, to make me do shit. Like I said, everybody that I looked into that was in this situation, them 4 people I brought up, James now, they died from stuff like this. Heart attacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, I'm guessing. And I have to push myself back sometimes. Even though I be wanting to help folks, I have to push myself back, bro. Because you put all this high blood pressure in somebody's food, you gotta look at the way things working. You keep feeding them high blood pressure stuff, and then you want them to go out there in the sun and do all this heavy lifting and stuff. Next thing you know, you out of here. That's how they do it, bro. And you just gotta watch them, take care of yourself. So that's really all I'm saying. You gotta be sure to take care of yourself in any situation you're in. In any situation you're in. Like, I know it's good things coming. But, you know, right now, I'm trying to help y'all build up y'all, let y'all know how this thing really worked, bro. Because I didn't know it worked like that. But it's like it filtered all the way down. It filtered all the evil down. It's like we're really good. Everybody really good people. And it's like the evil where it resonates from and all that, it always end up irrelevant, for one. It never end up something important. It might be somebody's child might have died. They blame God. But what you don't know is by your child dying, you probably praise for something that you want for the family. I don't know. I don't want to get in that yet. Me and God putting together something, so I'm going to wait. But it restructures your future. So you know how you watch these movies and they say, don't do that, don't alter this, because you might. Flash is a good example. When they said don't keep your mama alive, because it might alter everything else. That's how that works, y'all. That's how that works. That's exactly how that works. That's exactly how that works. So you don't know what you praying for and what you asking for and all that. And you don't know what sacrifice going to have to be made for you to get it. That's all I want to say about that. But yeah, like I said, filtered all the way out to the end. And when you get to the end, like I said, at this point, I feel like I'm going to have a group of people that want me to do little side stuff so they cannot go, no, y'all need to go to jail. You kept me here suffering. I've been suffering right here hard for 10 years, but I've been going through this for 40 years. And you've been really putting the attack on for 5 years. So you mean to tell me you can't go, they probably ain't going to see you to prison but for a damn 25 years? Or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They probably going to give you a 25-year sentence. You probably ain't going to do 5 years. That's good. At least you'll be in prison or jail. At least you'll be in there talking to somebody, being at the hang with somebody. Y'all put me in a situation where it was like hell on earth. I couldn't talk to nobody. I couldn't have sex. I couldn't smoke weed. I couldn't even drink. I couldn't do nothing. Not saying I want to do all this stuff, but just saying you put me in a situation, which I understand because my son got taken. I'm sure they called them people and made it look like I was unfit parent and all that. So you had all these people attacking me. So basically, you put me in a box, and then I had to be fed a certain way. And you put all my food and shit like this, what tastes stale. You know what I'm saying? And I was treated like a Saint Asylum prisoner for 7 whole years. And you didn't give me $1 and you laughed at me. You bought new cars in front of them, new clothes, and you showed everything I said I wanted. You went and bought it and made me look at it. That was pretty out evil. Because all y'all that done helped out, all y'all that done did great things for, all y'all that had no problem with getting money out of me. And y'all just did me like that, bro. I'm moving. I'm getting away from y'all. And if I was anybody, I wouldn't even be your friend or nothing. I leave everybody alone out here, period. And this whole community, bro. And the whole community and my family, period, bro. Until y'all fix this and make this right. You don't name one thing I done did wrong to any of y'all out here outside of defend myself like a man. For y'all to put me in this torture chamber like this. Name one thing I done wrong to anybody. It was unnecessary. Y'all just showed y'all evil intention, y'all evil ways. And hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I just want to explain that judicial system. That's what we're getting to. We're getting to the end of it. But people want these bells. I ain't gonna get no. What you gonna get a bell out for? That'd be a foolish move to even make and ask me to do. Why? You still torture me to this day. What I supposed to? How I supposed to? I don't know if this is gonna happen. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at I'm inferencing the situation. That's what it looked like. And if that did come to pass, I'm looking at you now right here on this lecture. How and why would I do such a thing? Because all you're going to do is stab me again. If you did something to this degree to a lover or a person you're supposed to love, and I let you slide on it, because you must have, for you to even do something to this degree, you've been doing this to lovers your whole life. You probably did it to your parents. You probably did it to your boyfriend, everybody. What am I going to forgive you for? Because normally when people act like that, they spoil brats that ain't never been disciplined. They ain't never went to jail. They ain't never went to prison.